Hi, I just wanted to thank you for having this education forum. It was terrific news to bring that here. And I am a parent, but I'm also New Hartford PTA Council President. So we've been, since the beginning of the year, we've been just talking about at our meetings, trying to talk to everyone at every school in New Hartford and get their feel on what's going on and what the issues are. But I just want to start with one good thing, because I know we haven't heard anything good yet, but personally I have a good story about the Common Core. I have two daughters. One is in 7th grade and one is in 9th. And my last year, when my daughter was in 6th grade, actually previously she had always kind of struggled, and math was a frustrating subject for her. She always did well, but math was frustrating. She would come home and cry because she just didn't understand math, and she was a very analytical child, and she used to say that math was not her language. Like it was a foreign language to her. It was like Spanish. So all of a sudden in 6th grade, when the Common Core was implemented in New Hartford, it clicked with her. She completely understood the way that they explained it was so analytical and kind of delve into, I know that, not that she likes doing all that extra work, but it really does kind of delve into it and turn things around so that she understood it and it made sense to her, and now she's thriving in math and it is her language now. So I just wanted to share that one good story. And there are some other stories like that in New Hartford. We are very lucky in New Hartford. We have a great school system and terrific teachers, and they are doing the best they can with this. They are doing a lot of workshops. They are trying to work with the parents, listen to their issues, and but I know my daughter is far and few between. Most people, most parents, most kids, and most teachers are very frustrated with what is going on. I have heard things like in kindergarten, they have 16 math tests in the year now. And I'm not exactly sure what it was before, but it was a couple, if any. These kids never took a test. They're barely, know shapes and colors, and these are, all of a sudden they're taking these difficult math tests, and they don't know that they're not doing well, because to them, a 50 or 100 means nothing yet, unless, they're told. But it is, frustrating for, I think, the parents and the teachers, and again, to have that much time put into math and take away from their other creativity is just, parents feel that it is stifling their creativity and stifling their, enjoyment of school and learning. And I hear from all levels that there's not enough time to teach these modules, that they may even take a couple hours for one math lesson. Whereas before, it was 40 minutes. And of course, in the junior high, they don't have that time. They have set periods. They have 40 minutes. If you didn't finish it, you don't finish it. In the elementary school, they're taking away from other areas because they have to spend that much time on math. And I've heard a lot about a lot of this I'm not going to even, go to, because obviously it's been spoken already many times, but the lack of flexibility and individualized testing and teaching is creating an issue, and especially when you're talking about IEP students or students with any kind of special learning, that it doesn't leave room for these teachers to do what they need to do, to teach like they know how to teach. So that is what I have heard from other parents and teachers in New Hartford from the PTA. And I would like to just, know if, and be able to bring back to them, are there steps going to be taken to actually deal with some of these issues? and to slow down the implementation process of the Common Core, or create flexible, individualized testing? And, you know, is that a possibility? Or are we?
You're going to have to, okay? Look, this is something that it's not just your community, it's every community, okay? We did Suffolk, we did Nassau, we did Staten Island, we did Wappingers, we did, last week it was Rochester, Buffalo, Syracuse, all right? And it's the same things. Everybody's experiencing the same thing. So, and I hate to say, one thing, I guess most people that know me is I'm very blunt, okay? And to put it bluntly, it's an election year for state officials. And trust me, they have no choice but to deal with this issue. And one thing you didn't point out was, and one thing that hasn't been pointed out either here, is I remember when I was subbing or teaching, they would pull kids out of my class, or whether it was, for some special speech or any of those things. We haven't talked about that either. And if you're a 40-minute block, right, and you're pulling a kid out for speech or for something else, you know, he's not getting that, he or she is not getting that back. Right,
and what I have heard, actually, because I did think about this and talked to a couple of those reading specialists, and what happens is that actually they skip speech, they skip reading because they can't afford to miss what's going on in the class. So they skip those things that they probably obviously need, because that's why they're in them, to get to stay on top of what they're supposed to be doing. So, robbing
Paul and pay Paul sometimes doesn't work out. So I thank you, though.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.